So the moment has finally come after one entire month of an amazing experience. It's time for all of us to go back home. You know, that's how life is, and good things come to an end. And just as memory, I'm taking a video of this place. That's where I spent a lot of time. Switch off the light.
Would you be in a box?
During the night. Yeah, and I was like, this was actually good time. It was great. I see what you mean. When you were vibing, I was actually like, yeah. That was so great. It was good. I'm happy.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm like, yeah,
AJ and I walked in on him noshing someone off.
AJ, they did not walk in on me. I was in a different room and I heard them, so I called them to take my jumper. Otherwise, that would have been thrown on the floor.
Say goodbye, Ignacio.
Divas, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a fantastic trip. I don't know whether you are going to be going to Madrid, London, and then Delhi, but whatever that is, enjoy it. It's been a pleasure to have you here. I have to say that you are a brilliant person, and you are going to be a brilliant scientist as well.
Thank you so
because
much.
you've got that raw material that is needed to be successful in life and in science.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you
meeting
so
you. A
much.
pleasure.
Same here.
All my best for your friends
Yeah.
and family in New Delhi.
Thank you so much.
Divas, motherfucker, come in.
It was so nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Sorry.
Well, so it seems almost like yesterday that I was here making a video about, me landing in Madrid and then landing in Tenerife and how excited I am for everything that is to come. But it's been a month and Geo Tenerife is now over. It's time to say goodbye to this beautiful place. I've made some incredible memories, met some beautiful people, but of course all good things come to an end, and at the end all that we are left with are memories. So yeah, it's time for me to now head back. I'll be staying for 2 nights in Madrid, and after that I'll be going back to New Delhi. Alright, so as I had mentioned, I'll be staying tonight and tomorrow night here in Madrid, and I've reached Madrid. I'm currently waiting for my cab so that I can be taken to my hostel, Far Home Bernabeu, and let's hope it all goes well. There you go, I've managed to reach my hostel, Far Home Bernabeu, and this is what it looks like. The guy isn't here yet, he's coming, and tonight I'll just be resting. Tomorrow I'll go around the place. Alright, so I finally made it. I could enter my hostel. It is a very good room. I already had a very nice conversation with someone who's from China and studying in the UK, and now I'm out here to actually eat some food. There are a few places open, as you can see. This is what it looks like late at night. A very good morning from Madrid, and today is my last day here in Spain. Now the plan is to go around Madrid, go on a walking tour around the place and see how it looks like, try out some new dishes. So I'll keep you updated on how it goes. So there in front of me you can see the subway, the metro station, Estrecho. I'll be going to the city. So as you can see, I'm now in the metro station. The plan is to go to the city center like I mentioned. The train is going to take another 7 minutes, and after that hopefully I'll be on my walking tour around Madrid. So I am now in the city center. There was a metro that I took, and finally it's time to go around. Alright, so I am now in the center. As you can see around me, there's some construction going on around here, but this is what it looks like just outside the metro station. That's Madrid for you. Alright, so I finally found them. So the good thing about Madrid is that you find these free walking tours. You can just walk up to them. I got this from my hostel and I've joined them here, and we'll be going on a tour around the place now. This building is the oldest one in this particular region in the center of the city, and we'll learn more about it now. So we are now exiting the square. There are 7 streets that stem out from this particular region. The building behind me is of course the oldest one in here. It's from the early 17th century and used to be a mailing office. And there you can see around me, there are 7 streets, 1 here, 2 here, some more in there. And there once again you see the building. There it is. Puerta del Sol, that's what the region, this particular place is, the center of the city. A very busy place indeed. You see behind me, in front of me, everywhere, there's so many people. So this over here is actually a bookstore, the one behind me, and it's one of the oldest over here. It's from 1650. That's extremely old, and the bells that you hear are from this church, from the church of San Canas. This one is also extremely old. I don't really know how old, but it is. And we continue onwards on our walking tour. Now, this is such a lovely place. You know, there's so many food outlets, cafeterias, bars, shops. This is really a very interesting place. I mean, you could spend hours over here doing so much, and every building over here looks extremely old, and in fact they are, you know, about 300, 200 years old, even more than that, and they still stand. This over here is some sort of a square. We'll get to know more about what this place is. Alright, so something very interesting about Madrid is that, you know, you can see the streets, they are named, and also they have a picture. So this particular place is named after Queen Isabel, who became queen at the age of 16, and she was amazing. She did a lot of things like bringing water to this place and, you know, doing a lot, but one of her most important contributions was to build the opera house that you see over here. It's pretty huge, and in fact it's so big that what you see over here, it's twice as big underground. It also has like a tiny river down there. We continue with a walking tour. This is one of the places that you should definitely visit. The opera house isn't really open now, or it might be open, but the show is on the 21st. So yeah, that's what it is. We are walking up there for another conversation. There up ahead you can see the palace. Now don't trust me very much on the information that I'm giving, because I'm just telling you what I'm hearing, and it seems like this was originally built by the Arabs, and you actually see a lot of Arab influence in this entire region. So yeah, that's what it is. That man has a very loud voice. Wow. There is the palace. There you can see the Royal Palace of Madrid from close. This particular palace has a total of 3,418 rooms. That's massive. And here is a picture of Felipe IV, the one who actually started building this particular palace. You can see that this particular statue was the first one at that time that had both of its legs raised. I mean the front legs without any support. There you see. In fact, they had to consult Galileo Galilei back then to actually try and make sure how to keep it standing without any support in the front. And yeah. 3,418 rooms, and no one lives there. Once again, this is a very beautiful plaza in between, plaza or a square between the Royal Palace and this cathedral, which took about 100 years to build, and we'll now be going inside the cathedral. And right up ahead you can actually see a park that is where the king used to go hunting, and it's about 17 times larger than the Central Park in New York. So now we are trying to go inside the cathedral. Let's see how. There we are now entering the palace. I hope photography is allowed inside. I got some information of what I can do later on. You can walk right there. You have an Egyptian temple, and then you also have a cable car ride that takes you to the park that I mentioned before, and then there's a place where you can see the sunset from from near the temple. And what it is, we're entering. So like I mentioned, this place took about 100 years to build, and therefore this is the work of many architects and not just one. And therefore you can see a number of different architectural styles on different sides of the cathedral. And now we go on. This was a quick stop in here. So what you see ahead of me here is actually now a church, but was originally a mosque. Now almost 9 out of 10 times the Catholics would destroy the mosque and then build a church on top of it, but over here for some reason they decided to keep the mosque intact, and therefore you see a very different kind of architecture, a blend of two different cultures, and that also is kind of signifies the Arab influence in Spain. So here we are, very close to it. It's a church, but you know, it is also very much a mosque. And you see how there's so many food outlets everywhere. People are around eating. It's a Sunday, so you know, all of these places are very, very busy, and that's kind of nice. You know, you get to see people doing their things, enjoying. Many of them locals over here. Take a good look at the restaurant behind me. This is the world's oldest restaurant, running non-stop from 1725. Even during COVID, the oven was on, so this technically is the oldest restaurant in the entire world. I have the Guinness World Record for that. Pretty cool. In fact, right next to that, you also have this barber shop, which is 100 years old, like 120 years old, and you can see this plaque right outside, which is given by the government for any establishment that's more than 100 years old, has remained in the same family, and also has not done any huge renovation inside or outside. A pretty historical place in here. We continue to walk. It's a Sunday and you see a lot of people out on the streets enjoying by themselves. Going up here, I don't exactly know what it is, but we'll be told. So this place over here is Plaza Mayor. This used to be the center of old Madrid, and there you see the statue of King Philip III. The place, they say, has changed quite a bit since what it was like earlier, but it's definitely a nice place here. There ahead you see the San Miguel market, and they say that it's one of the busiest over here and it's extremely nice. Let's go and see what all we find inside the market. You know, even if you don't have anything to buy, it's just nice sometimes to go around and see what the market looks like. I already love the structure. This is what is San Miguel. Oops, I'm on the street. There you go. So I'm now inside the San Miguel market, and you can already see how busy it is. You see? Of the food around. You have a big bar in here. You can see, you know, you can get tuna, you can get ham, you can get a lot of things over here. We also have some like fresh vegetables and fruits. This definitely looks like a very, very good place to be in. You can see that's octopus in there. That's a lot of fish. Now this is what I get for myself. Hello again. So I had a good lunch. I had some fried fish. By fish I mean like fried seafood. And after that I had a delicious ice cream, gelato ice cream. And I did some shopping, you know, some t-shirts and shawls and stuff like that. And now I think I'm a little bit tired, so I might just, you know, walk around a little bit until, you know, sunset. This is where I am right now. It's definitely a very historic city. There again you have another cathedral. I've been walking down this road. So once again I'm back here in this plaza between the palace and the cathedral, and it's a beautiful vibe in here. Sunday afternoon. This man there playing Despacito. Here is a beautiful view of the suburbs of Madrid and this park in here. Alright, so after spending some nice time at the plaza, I walk on, and this time we go towards the temple of Debod. It's an Egyptian temple. Let's see how the view is from there. I've heard that there's a very nice like a very wonderful sunset point, almost like a cliff. Once again, the statue of Philip IV to my right, and this palace to the left. So here we are next to the temple of Debod, which is on that side, and over there you can see the sunset perhaps. I'm not very sure if that is the place that was recommended to me. I'll confirm. But for now, you can see this beautiful park where people can just, sit down, have some rest. So behind me is the temple of Debod. Now, interestingly, this is an ancient Egyptian temple that was originally built in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, and in 1968 this was dismantled and then remantled, if that's a word, over here in Spain. So this actually comes all the way from Egypt. When the Aswan Dam was built, there was a threat to this particular temple, and therefore, instead of letting this disappear under the reservoir of the dam, they just decided to dismantle it and gift it to Spain. So here you see behind me the temple of Debod. As you can see, there is a long queue to go inside, and therefore I'm not going inside. So something very interesting that you can actually do here is go on one of those cable car rides. It's very cheap. A round trip takes only about €6, not about, but exactly €6 for an adult, and you can go right into the park, which I said was 17 times larger than the Central Park. It takes you all the way there, and then you come back. There's a nice panoramic view of Madrid and the suburbs. So that's what I'll be doing now. Well, because I'm alone, I get the entire cable car to myself. Sometimes it does help to be alone. Okay, so here we go. See the train line down there and the suburbs. So what you see below me here is like a massive, I wouldn't even call it a forest because it's quite, you know, it's not very dense, but this place was used as hunting ground by the rulers, you know, in the past. I don't exactly know which king. Alright, so after having explored this place, I would say that it's nice, you know, it's not bad. So you take the cable car all the way to, you know, the center of this particular park. I forgot what this is called. So you have, you know, these tiny trails and hikes that you can do here. I also see an amusement park on that side, which is very close. You can perhaps walk all the way there or take a car if you have one. From here you get a nice view of Madrid on that side, you know, the center of the city. And then I guess now I'll just go back. I'll, you know, try to find other places that I can visit, given that I'm here only for one day. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Now behind me is one of the best places in all of Madrid to view the sunset, and as you can see, it's almost time, maybe another 20 minutes, and you'll see a wonderful view over there. So as you can see behind me, the beautiful sunset actually attracts a lot of people, right? So many of them gathered over here. Some nice music being played, and of course the view getting better every minute. Well, as you can see, the lights are now on. The sun is set. I had my dinner at a Chinese place, which was just okayish. I mean, not that good, not that bad. But the view right now is terrific. You can see all the lights are on. That's Madrid by night. So what you see behind me is the Sibyllis Palace. This used to be the main post and telegraph office of the city, but now it's been turned into a place where you have like some of the main offices of this particular city's government. And yeah, it looks beautiful at night, especially with the lights on. I know. A place very similar to Arc de Triomphe in Paris and a street leading to it. Well, so there's a match ongoing between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid, and you can see the crowd in there and how excited they are about the football match. So that's Madrid for you. Well, so I actually came here looking for some ice cream, and it's quite a scene in here. Alright, so it's finally time to say goodbye to this beautiful country and this beautiful city of Madrid. The metro station is right behind me. This is my final night. Tomorrow morning I'll be catching a flight to Delhi. and yeah, it's kind of an overwhelming experience now. I've had so much fun in the past 1 month with all of the wonderful people, but I think it's finally time to go back home and carry on with the next phase of life. Bye bye.